Next door to the Woody Guthrie Center, you'll find one of his biggest fans, Bob Dylan. This 100-year-old paper factory is now home to the music legend's archives, a process that started back in 2016.
Word got out from the Dylan camp that, sure enough, he had been keeping for decades this trove of material. He was deciding that it was time to perhaps find a permanent home for these materials.
Those materials total 100,000, covering decades of Dylan's career, one that's still going today. Visitors get a sense of who he is and how he works, a creative process seen in changes made to handwritten lyrics.
And what you get to see is Dylan, like any great artist, grappling with his form.
There are recordings and photographs, film clips and memorabilia.
I think that we have surprises here, even for the hardcore Dylanologists who, like we on staff, had spent a lot of their waking hours listening to and thinking about Dylan.
Dylan wore this jacket to the Newport Folk Festival in 1965 when he went electric. It shocked diehard fans and fellow musicians. Later, Pete Seeger sent him this postcard.
And Seeger was one of the folk purists saying, "What are you doing, Bob? We can't hear you. Turn that guitar down." Years later, Seeger realized, well, you were onto something there. You were giving us a message, but in a different medium.
Among the items you'll see here at the center are things that are associated with well-known songs, like this tambourine here, associated with Dylan's Mr. Tambourine Man.
You could spend days here.
Tony Mills and his sister Sally Conrath are Oklahomans, but these days, Tony lives up in Dylan's home state.
Minnesota's very proud of him and consider him a native son. And I think a lot of people were wondering why this didn't wind up in Minnesota.
It really starts to make sense when you realize Dylan's admiration for Guthrie. In fact, his first original track is Song to Woody.
From his earliest days, he spoke so lovingly and reverently, really, of Woody Guthrie and everything that his music meant, everything that Guthrie as a figure within culture and within social life meant.
This makes a lot of sense that they're together, really. It's actually nice being down here seeing the archives so well executed and available. I was very impressed with this installation.
It's a showcase of a multifaceted artist, from music to pastels, even sculpture. This one, Dylan crafted just for the center, housing more than 6 decades of his work.
We do hope that visitors who come in, they'll learn more about Dylan, they'll hopefully have an appreciation for a more cohesive sense of who this man and artist has been for all these years, but as well tapping into their own creative impulses and instincts.
It was great. It was really, really nice.
It exceeded my expectations. Just a wonderful experience. I can't recommend it enough.
For Discover Oklahoma, I'm Jason Grubbs.
Here's how to find out more about this great Oklahoma destination. As always, travelok.com is your best one-stop shop for information about all Oklahoma has to offer. Please press like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications.